What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are not doing car stuff, unfortunately. I'm sorry I haven't been doing car stuff in the past, I want to say month or so. It's just we moved to a new place and this is the new setup, this is the new garage. So I have to make it set up properly so that I can make YouTube videos. So the first thing to do is set up the place right. And besides that toolbox, which was gonna be the second thing, but I found it on Facebook Marketplace that was like more than 50% off, so I got that. So the flooring, it's a brushed concrete, which is not the best. It's not super smooth, so to be able to do an epoxy or something, I'd have to sand it down, and that's a lot of work and it's a lot of dust. Didn't want to go through that, so I think the best option was to do tiles. So it's either CircleTrac or Racedeck, which are the most popular ones. I chose Racedeck mainly because I like the look of it more compared to CircleTrac. Either way, I heard both of them are good. So we are going with the Racedeck. So I'll put up on the screen the design that I made on their app. God, there's so many flies. But yeah, so you can check that out. Let's open the first few boxes. Okay. All right, so this box is the gray, I believe. It's like a dark gray. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it's definitely the gray. So we are gonna start with the black first, as you can see in the design. Black is on the outside, then a red rectangle, and then gray on the inside. So here are some of the black tiles. I went with, I believe it's called CircleTrac or something. I didn't want the metal look, like the diamond cut metal. And I didn't want the holes in it like CircleTrac is, or even Racedeck, they have those where they're just kind of like lines that go across. I wanted a completely flat surface. I'm not gonna wash my cars in here, so it doesn't need to like drain through. I personally just like the look of these. It's a clean look. This is the black, and also I got the, I don't know if you can see, but I got these cushions that make it softer to step on. So if you're working on your car, or you're on the ground or something, it's not as harsh on your knees. I got that option. I think it's $1 extra per square foot. Just letting you guys know, this is not a tutorial. This is my first time doing it. So online it says to start in the front and work your way back. They also said to start on two sides. So the front and one of the sides, so that the front doesn't need trimming and so does one side. So when we finish these two sides with no trimming, then you start to trim the back on the other two sides, the back and then the other side. I don't know if you can see here, but two sides of a square has these loops, and the other two sides don't have the loops. The loops are gonna face the direction that you're working. So the front of the garage is not gonna have the loops. And these little ramps are actually going to clip on and aim towards the front. So it's gonna look like this. And it also needs to be inside the garage door so that the garage door can actually seat on the concrete and this won't be in the way. So let's snap this in just for fun and see what it's like. All right, so the ramp thing is on. It's gonna be towards the front right here. And we're gonna do one black tile all the way across and two black tiles on the sides. Oh, okay. So when you step on it or push on it, you kind of wanna go inwards towards the existing tile on the ground, which I didn't know. All right, so that's all the way across, and there's about 4 inches of space on that side. So we're gonna have to trim a bunch on that side, but now we're gonna go back that way all along the wall. So what I saw in the videos is we have this corner established and we are just gonna build on it. So we're gonna do another row in the front and another row in the back. All right, so as usual, it's never as easy as it's supposed to be. What I had in plan was to have 2 tiles of black and then red and then 2 more tiles of black. So let me see if I can show you. If I put this tile all the way against the wall and with some room for expansion, I have 6 inches left on that side. That doesn't work out actually, because then the red on this side of the garage and then the red on that side of the garage is not gonna be centered with the actual garage. So it's gonna be lopsided, which I don't want. I do want the red to be the same distance from the door on each side. This line right here, I need to center it with the garage, so have the same space on each side, like 4 inches on that side and 4 inches on this side. Then I'm able to have a symmetrical garage design. But the issue is I have a bunch to trim here and a bunch to trim on that side. I just can't have a design that's kind of shifted over 4 inches in the garage or something. So let's get to the red tiles. Stoked for that. And I'm gonna time lapse this whole thing so you don't have to see the whole thing, but yeah, we'll see how it looks. So this is the graphite, I think, or it's like a dark gray. And honestly, I was scared it was gonna be too bright, but I love the combo of the dark gray, the red, and the black. It's starting to look pretty legit. I'll show you guys when I'm all done. It got a little late last night, so we're starting off the next day and we're about halfway done. It takes a little bit of time. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. I mean, it's a small garage, but it's probably gonna take a few hours. So let's keep cranking at it. So it's a few days later. It is taking a little bit of time because I'm doing a bunch of other stuff in the house, but so as you can see, like 90% of it is done. Okay, so you can see the gap that we have on each side, the right and the left. It's about maybe 4 inches or 3.5 inches. I know there needs to be some space for expanding, but definitely not this much. So my question is it worth cutting 2 inches of a board so that it gets closer to the wall? But for now, we definitely have about like 6-7 inches of extra room in the back. So I'm gonna be making these tiles. Oh, and also we have the laminate cutter, which will make this 10 times easier to cut the pieces for the back. Let's see how easy this is to use. Safety off. Blade goes up. Oh, look at that. Look how straight this is. I thought about using a circular saw, but this is making it a million times easier, and there's no plastic, dust, or anything to get everywhere. And let's see how good this fits. There we go. With like an inch or so on the side, plenty of room. And these clips are actually 3 months later, so they're holding up pretty good. No issues so far. There's obviously so much shit in the garage now, but overall I'm super happy with how it turned out. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.